Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Super Popcorn Friends Club. I almost said breakfast. That would have been wrong.
I mean, that's still us. We're just wearing a different hat today.
Yeah, but that's not where we are right now. We're in the theater. We're not at the TV. We're not sitting on beanbags in front of the TV this morning.
See, that's crazy because it looks like I'm still sitting in front of my computer like I do every week.
No, we're at the theater. We're in the big plush chairs. We've got popcorn. Yours is salty, mine is sweet.
I'll take your word for it.
And there's a big screen in front of us.
Wow. It's awfully small for a big screen.
No, it's huge. It's towering. Do you know who's having a birthday this week, Mel?
I'm gonna have to guess by the flavor of garbage you made me watch. It's our best friend Mario.
It is and it isn't.
Oh.
It's the anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. It's been 40 years since Super Mario Brothers came out.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. And Nintendo always celebrate this as the anniversary of Mario.
Why?
But technically, Mario had already been around for like 4 or 5 years before Super Mario Brothers came along.
Right.
And even Luigi had been around for a couple years by the time Super Mario Brothers came along. So I always thought it was a bit weird that they celebrate this as the anniversary, but okay.
Well, we won't fight you on it, I guess.
It is the anniversary of Peach and Bowser and Toad and all the Goombas and Koopa Troopers and Lakitu and Bullet Bill and Piranha Plant and Blooper and Cheep Cheep. There's a lot of enemies in that first game now that I think about it.
Yeah.
But they're all 40. They're all turning 40 this year.
Wow, over the hill.
Mario and Luigi are pretending to have turned 40 this year.
Listen, I get it. I lie about my age too.
I don't lie about my age. I just forgot it. So
yeah, that doesn't count.
So we watched the movie, but not the newvie, the 1993 movie.
We watched everyone's favorite Mario movie.
Hey, lots of people love this movie.
I don't understand why.
I do. I get it. I definitely had very mixed feelings about this movie when it came out.
I don't hate the movie, but it sure is a movie.
I remember watching it a lot. It's funny because I hadn't seen this movie since I was a kid. But you know how sometimes you see something after a long, long time and parts of the dialogue like creep up and hit you? And you're like, wait, why do I know that line so well?
Yeah.
I had that a lot of times through this movie. And it was stuff like, I was like, wait, this movie is where that line is from? But anyway.
I can't... Do you have any examples? Because I can't think of a single thing.
Just a lot of, like, sentences.
Yeah.
Not even, like, special ones. I was just like, oh, that line read. I know it. It's been living in my head.
Oh, yeah, it haunts you in the dead of night, and you've finally found where it came from.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. I can't think of, like, which ones they were specifically, but there were a lot of them. Especially, like, the scenes with just Luigi and Daisy on their date and stuff. I was like, wait, I remember that line.
Why was that your favorite part of the movie that you remember so much of it?
I probably had a crush on Daisy. She's my type. So this movie came out May 28th, 1993, which was pretty much equidistant between Super Mario World and Super Mario 64, which feels weird.
Yeah.
I would have guessed it was way closer to Mario World, but about the same amount of time between the two. There were a lot of attempts to make a Mario movie before this that just kind of never took off.
Yeah, you said something about cursed production, and I'm very curious.
Well, I don't want to get too deep into it because there's a lot, but there's a lot of stuff I do want to talk about.
Okay.
But if anyone out there, you know, if you want to know more about the production of this movie, I'm sure there's documentary videos all over YouTube about it. You should go watch some of them because it's very interesting, and I'm only going to scratch the surface of it. But yeah, before this movie went into production, Deke at one point had the rights to make a Super Show movie, in 1989, but they never got around to making it. And apparently, this is the one that surprised me the most. Apparently, Dustin Hoffman tried to buy the rights to make a Mario movie.
Why?
He really wanted to make a Mario movie.
And we denied the world Dustin Hoffman Mario?
Yeah, in his pitch, he would have played Mario and Danny DeVito would have played Luigi, which I feel like is backwards.
Oh,
but
I do too, but I'm not going to argue if we get them together.
Yeah, apparently that didn't happen because DeVito wasn't available.
Damn it.
I know, right?
What was he doing that was more important?
Who cares? He didn't do Luigi, he didn't do Detective Pikachu.
But he's still our Frank Reynolds.
He'll always be my Detective Pikachu. Yeah, so the rights ended up being bought by Leitmotiv, a small studio. They pitched to Nintendo saying that if a smaller studio made the movie, it would mean Nintendo would have more creative control.
Yeah.
But Nintendo didn't want creative control. They thought that the Mario brand was strong enough that it could survive any experiments that outside companies did with it.
Oh, how wrong they were.
So they told them to just have fun with it. Just go wild.
Oh, no.
So the first screenplay was written by Barry Morrow, the guy who wrote Rain Man.
Okay.
And apparently that script was so similar to Rain Man that the crew started calling it Drain Man.
Where does Mario slot into Rain Man?
Because it was a movie about two brothers on a road trip.
Okay.
So apparently that version fell through for being too much of a serious drama when the studio wanted a comedy. Fair. It does sound like a weird direction to take it.
I just got done throwing fireballs at Koopa Troopas, and now I'm ready to have my heartstrings pulled at by this family drama.
So the next script was written by Jim Genuine and Tom S. Parker, who went on to write the Flintstones movie, the Richie Rich movie. They wrote Getting Even with Dad. Those are all movies that I watched a lot when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked them.
Okay.
I don't know if Richie Rich was a good movie, but I liked it. I watched it a lot.
Would you still endorse the Flintstones live-action movie?
I would. That's the one. That's the only one of those three I remember well enough to be like, yeah, I still think that was good.
Okay. I haven't seen it probably since the 90s.
The thing with that Flintstones movie is that I don't know if like the plot is good. I don't know if like the cinematography is good. I don't know any of that kind of stuff. But the casting was good.
Yeah.
And the set design was good. And that's enough for me to say that's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently the script that those two wrote was inspired by The Wizard of Oz, and it was satirizing fairy tales. They described it as being very similar to what Shrek ended up doing.
Okay.
Where there's a lot of like satires of different fairy tales.
In the Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah, I know, yeah, a little bit weird. But I'm a little bit confused about the final script. Who wrote it? It wasn't those two. There were other people. But it seems there were two more groups of people, and the final script was like a mixture of what those two groups wrote.
Okay.
So, first of all, I don't tend to talk about directors very much, unless there's like a strong reason to. But this movie was directed by Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel, who were a married couple that created Max Headroom.
Okay.
And when I saw their names and Max Headroom, I was like, okay, some of what happened in this movie makes sense to me now.
Right.
They decided to take the movie in a direction inspired by Tim Burton's Batman and the Ninja Turtles movie and Blade Runner for some reason.
Right. That's a choice.
Yeah. And then Parker Bennett and Terry Runte, who the only other thing they've done that I really knew was The Thief and the Cobbler, which is an animated movie by Richard Williams. It's lots of animators talk about it for being like this amazing movie that he dedicated a long period of his life to. I've seen it. I remember not being super impressed by it. But, you know, what do I know?
One or two things.
It's a movie that looks very good. Like, the animation is really good, but the whole time I was like, what's happening in this movie?
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway, they were asked to write something similar to Ghostbusters. That's the, like, vibe they were told to aim for.
Okay.
They were then fired for being too funny.
Why would you fire somebody for being too funny writing a comedy movie?
I don't know, and that's why I feel like I don't know what the source is for that being the reason. I wonder if it was just like, yeah, we were fired because we were too funny.
Right. Source, trust me, bro.
They were replaced by Dick Clement and Ian Lafreniere, who wrote a bunch of British comedies. I've heard of these, but you probably wouldn't have. They wrote The Likely Lads, Porridge, and Lovejoy, among a bunch of other things.
Those sound extremely British.
Yeah, don't they? I don't remember. I don't remember The Likely Lads. I don't think I liked it. Porridge is okay. It's set in a prison.
Okay.
It's a sitcom in a prison. It was pretty funny. I like that one. Lovejoy, I know I remember it being on, but I don't think I knew it was a comedy. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I feel like it didn't seem like a comedy when I saw it.
It's hard to tell with the British sometimes what's a comedy and what isn't.
Yeah, that I was thinking about. I wish I could remember the name of it. There was a show when I was a teenager that was on the like BBC's Friday night comedy block.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it with a friend because they were like, you got to watch this new comedy that's out. It's really funny. And I sat and I watched it. And like 15 minutes in, I was like, has there been a joke yet? Like, and it was just set in this like country town. And it was just like people doing things. And I turned to my friend and I was like, is this supposed to be a comedy show, right? Is this funny? And he was like, well, it's not the kind of comedy that makes you laugh out loud. It's just the comedy that makes you kind of like titter to yourself. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not tittering.
I haven't heard you do a single titter.
So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so those two were brought in to make the script more adult for some reason.
Well, it's a video game about a plumber.
I know.
Why do you want to...
I know. You don't have to tell me, Mel. That became a problem weeks before filming when Disney bought the distribution rights and demanded heavy rewrites to make the film more family-friendly again.
Oh, no.
So at that point, Ed Solomon, known for Bill and Ted and Men in Black,
Okay.
and Ryan Rowe, who I didn't really know him for much. Apparently he wrote the 2000 Charlie's Angels movie, but I never saw that.
Nobody saw that.
They were brought in to rewrite the script without telling the directors or the cast.
Oh no.
They found out when they showed up to the first day of filming and were handed a new script.
Why does this happen? Why do things like this happen?
I don't know. The directors considered quitting over it, but they ended up staying on because they felt like they were the only ones who could save the movie.
Right.
And what they ended up filming was like a bizarre mashup of the new script and the stuff they liked from the old script.
Okay.
Which led to a very confusing and messy production. Ed Solomon, who had written the newest script, came in one day of filming and was like, what I wrote was consistent. This is just this is just nonsense.
Yeah, don't let that reflect poorly on him. He tried.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he wrote Bill and Ted and Men in Black. I'm sure he's great.
Yeah, those are both solid films.
Yeah. Ryan Rowe left to work on another project. He didn't stay on. And at that point, the previous two writers, Bennett and Runte, the guys who apparently were fired for being too funny, they just like visited the set unannounced and were immediately hired back to write again.
So they were fired for being too funny, and this is the movie that we got?
I don't know what happened with this movie. Because, like, apparently during editing, the directors were locked out of the editing room.
What?
Yeah, because they were like, I don't know. It's such a mess. But anyway, Parker Bennett, Terry Runte, and Ed Solomon are the final credited writers. So whatever script ended up being filmed was some combination of what those three wrote.
This is just a Frankenstein amalgamation.
So, although from that story I just told you, it probably sounds like it was like Disney and executive meddling who were to blame for it being such a mess.
Right.
From all the interviews and stuff I've watched, the cast seemed to unanimously blame the directors.
Good.
I think it was Bob Hoskins who described them as arrogance mistaken for talent or something.
I don't know why. That immediately makes me think of... I keep wanting to call it Hobgoblins, because I'm getting it confused with a different trashy movie, because it's about goblins.
Goblins 2?
Troll 2.
Oh, Troll 2, that's it. Yeah,
Troll 2. Yeah, I watched the documentary about that, and the director's just a crazy person. So, sometimes it is the director's fault. And good.
These are the Max Headroom guys. I can see them being crazy people.
Right.
I like Max Headroom a lot, but I think Max Headroom was something where they probably had a very small team and not too much to worry about.
Yeah.
And maybe giving them an entire movie was a bit much.
An entire hour-and-a-half movie.
This is more like a 2-hour movie. I didn't realize it was as long as it is.
A lot of it was credits, I noticed at the end, but it's still so long.
But usually when a movie is like listed as being an hour and a half, that also does include the credits, so...
Yeah, true.
Apparently this movie was a trailblazer in the transition from practical effects to CGI.
There's one thing we got at least.
Yeah, pioneered a lot of stuff apparently.
That super good CGI of Mario on the mattress sliding out of the fun slide.
I think that was practical, wasn't it? I think they were actually like on a wire there.
I don't know, it looked like they superimposed a background.
Maybe. I'm thinking more like when he tumbles through the wall and becomes particles and then falls through that wacky hellscape. That's probably the stuff they're talking about. And like the people getting de-evolved and stuff like that.
Oh my god, the de-evolution.
Yeah, but yeah, apparently a lot of it was the first movie I think ever to use Adobe Flame, which I don't even think that exists anymore, but
I doubt it.
I've never been trained in Adobe Flame, which makes me think it's probably gone. Because I was trained in the rest of the Adobe suite. Anyway, should we talk about the actual movie?
No, I'm done.
It opens with the Mario theme, which was very promising.
And then it immediately dashed our hopes when somebody leaves an egg at a monastery.
Oh, you're jumping way too far ahead right now.
It's all I can think about, okay?
What about the pixel art dinosaurs? I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah.
They don't look like
cute.
Mario at all.
So, something I realized watching this movie is, like, I don't understand where people got the impression that dinosaurs are so prominent in the Mario world. Because, like, Super Mario Brothers 3D cartoon, all about dinosaurs.
No.
This is all about dinosaur people.
It's the Super Mario World cartoon that was all about dinosaurs.
Whatever. It's one of them.
And that itself is the reason, because the newest game was Super Mario World, which takes place in Dinosaur Land. Remember?
I just never considered... No, I don't!
There's a lot...
I don't remember.
There's a lot of dinosaurs in that game.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, there's Rex.
Like, I remember Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi's a dinosaur.
But I mostly remember, like, boo houses.
There's Dino Rhino.
And getting lost in that forest.
You remember Dino Rhino and Dino Torch?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Well, they're in there. There are... I think Dinosaur Land was mostly just, like, an excuse to get Yoshi riding a to get Mario riding a dinosaur, because apparently Miyamoto had wanted that for a long time.
Why do they need an excuse? It's Mario.
They didn't need an excuse, I guess. But I guess it's more like Yoshi was the... No, it's not... I don't know. They put Mario riding a dinosaur, and then they were like, I guess that means he's in Dinosaur Land.
Because all that other stuff didn't make sense before. We need a through line. We need the lore to really add up now.
Yeah, like when they put him on the 3D screen, and so they called the land 3D World. That joke didn't land. I'm going to cut it.
You can't hide from your shame.
I didn't word it right, and I don't want to try again. So the narrator explains dinosaurs and sets up our premise.
A long, long time ago, the Earth was ruled by dinosaurs. They were big, so not a lot of people went around hassling them. Actually, no people went around hassling them because there weren't any people yet. Then something happened. A giant meteorite struck the Earth. Goodbye, dinosaurs. But what if the dinosaurs weren't all destroyed? What if the impact of that meteorite created a parallel dimension where the dinosaurs continue to thrive and evolve into intelligent, vicious, aggressive beings? Just like us. And hey, what if they found a way back?
Right, and Lavos is at the center of the earth, slowly eating his way to power.
I love how they try really hard to present this like it's something that scientists may believe, but it becomes unhinged and ridiculous so quickly, out of nowhere. Did you recognize the voice, by the way? Did you recognize this narrator?
No.
I did immediately. It's Dan Castellaneta.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Homer Simpson himself, or as we know him, Earthworm Jim.
That is not how I know him.
I mean, in this show.
We've covered The Simpsons on this show.
No, we haven't. You keep saying that, and I keep telling you, you dreamed that.
I dreamed that whole episode.
It's not a real episode. I don't know where you've imagined it. Why would we cover The Simpsons? It's not based on a video game.
You spent all summer playing Simpsons video games.
Go to twitch.tv/SkullPirateMike, where you can watch me play. Well, you can't watch me play Simpsons. Why would I play Simpsons video games? Why would I do that?
There's no such thing as The Simpsons.
They're all on YouTube if you want to watch me play Simpsons video games. There's a YouTube playlist of it. Skull Pirate Mike is my name. Find me. So it's 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman running through the rain in Brooklyn, leaving a weird pod on a church doorstep that she like inserts a crystal into.
I mean, if you're gonna leave your baby at the door of a monastery, you always need to leave a mysterious trinket to link them to their past.
That's true, but I feel like the pod was enough.
No, they threw that away. That's devil material. A baby hatched from an egg,
right? And
they're trying to pretend that the devil didn't do it.
Okay, can we talk about that a little bit? Because those nuns were like so happy about this egg baby.
Instead of weirded the fuck out.
Yeah, there's no like. So a giant egg is left on their doorstep. They open this pod up and there's an egg in it, and they're all immediately just like, "Oh, an egg! How cute!" I'm like, "What do you mean?"
And what appears to be a human baby is inside it.
Yeah, but they don't even know that yet when they're cooing over this egg.
That's true.
And then the egg hatches and there's a human baby in it, and they still don't think it's weird. And they never told her, apparently.
That she hatched from an egg?
Yeah, because they raised this baby in the church, and she has no idea. So no one in the church was ever like, by the way, you're an egg baby. We didn't want to bring it up. Oh, what if these nuns are like so deep in the church that they just never had any sex education and they just think this is how it works?
Maybe.
That might be the most reasonable explanation.
And I love that even though Daisy has no idea she's an egg baby, she's compelled to love and search for dinosaurs, much like we are compelled to love and search for monkeys.
That's true. That's true. I do love and search for monkeys. Not chimps, though. Fuck chimps. I don't like chimps.
Yeah, I get that impression.
I like monkeys, I like gorillas. I just don't like chimps. I like orangutans.
Is it because of Travis?
Yeah, it might be. And other Travis adjacent stories.
Right.
Yeah. I know most of those chimps were mistreated and stuff. I don't know. Chimps are like the one that's the closest to us, and that scares me. Because I know what we are capable of.
Because I know that if the AI doesn't take my job, that chimp sure will.
The lady who dropped off the egg runs away and climbs into the sewer, as you would.
I mean, this gave me very Futurama vibes.
Oh, yeah? Not me.
I mean, they leave a mutant baby on the doorstep before retreating back into the sewers of old New York.
I see what you mean. So you're saying that Daisy is the Leela.
Yeah.
It's like some kind of weird Leela museum, and I'm the Leela.
There's a dinosaur museum, and she's the Leela.
I think you kind of ruined the joke there.
No, I didn't.
With your word replacement. Anyway.
At least I'm not a coward, and I'm going to stick to my bad joke.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I said I was going to cut the other one, but I probably won't. So this is where we see Cooper for the first time, played by Dennis Hopper, who I know from Apocalypse Now and for playing Howard Payne in Speed. But most of his movies are a little too highbrow for me.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many Dennis Hopper movies. They're all the kind of movies where like I look at the box and I'm like, that looks like a grown-up movie. I don't need to watch that.
Like, yeah, I'm in my 30s, but am I grown up yet?
Do I have the time to sit and watch a 4-hour epic about some stuff I don't care about? Or do I want to watch Ghostbusters again? There's an easy choice there for me.
True.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper, probably the biggest name actor in this. His son apparently asked him why he did the movie. He told his son that he did the movie so that he could have shoes. And his son responded, I don't need shoes that badly.
Yeah.
Cooper wants the rock.
But it ain't there.
All that happens. I guess we're to assume Cooper kills the egg lady.
I mean, I didn't assume that she was dead, but they sure do tell us later.
Yeah. And the nuns have the crystal and the baby. And now we're in the present at the Mario Brothers Plumbing Company.
Oh boy, it's finally time.
It's finally time. Luigi's watching some kind of paranormal investigation show while Mario's trying to get work over the phone.
I do love that for him.
Yeah. So we've got Mario, played by Bob Hoskins, who I think the two of us collectively probably know him best as Smee and Hook, right?
Yes.
I also know him as Eddie in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which I'm sure you've seen, but...
Don't remember.
Yeah. Yes, he's the protagonist of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, too. He was reluctant to take this job because he'd already done those two things, and he didn't want to get stuck doing kids' movies.
This isn't a kids' movie.
Well, it should have been. They were very persistent because he was perfect for the role.
Yeah.
Which, he does look just like Mario. He later called this movie the biggest regret of his career.
This? Really?
Yep. There was a lot. I mean, he broke his finger doing this movie.
How?
Because they weren't taking, like, proper safety precautions on the set.
Oh, yeah, that checks out for these directors.
Yeah. You can actually see his bandaged finger in some shots. Apparently, he and John Leguizamo, who plays Luigi, would just drink whiskey between every take.
Good for them.
To cope with the filming this movie.
It's like how they got through 50 Shades.
And yeah, John Leguizamo has done a lot more animated stuff than I realized.
Yeah?
Yeah, he played Sid in Ice Age, the sloth.
I knew that.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
That was like the thing I knew him from best.
Really?
And then later, Tu Wong Fu.
I did know that he played Bruno in Encanto. I didn't know that he played Globox in Rayman 3.
Ooh.
I think the thing that I know his face from best is Romeo plus Juliet, where he played Tybalt.
I had completely forgotten
the
that.
Leonardo DiCaprio
Right.
Romeo and Juliet movie. They made us watch it in high school.
I think they made us watch it too. I feel like we watched a couple.
Oh yeah, we did too. We watched like 3 different Romeo and Juliet films.
I know you just read the play, but we're going to watch it 3 more times and continue discussing it.
Well, I'm gonna put these 3 movies on for you so I can have a drink. They're longer than one class, so we'll be finishing it tomorrow. He also said he regretted doing the film, but it's apparently largely considered his breakout role.
That's crazy.
Yeah. More recently, I think he did some kind of like recording for an anniversary of the movie. I think the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
And he said that he's come to be proud of it after seeing the cult following that it's developed. So,
You know, he did a good job in it.
all the actors, I think, did a good job in it.
That's true.
It really is only a mess because of the directors, I think.
Yeah.
But like mostly, I don't think there's really a bad actor in this movie. I think it's just what they had to work with. But
Yeah.
like through the whole movie, the Mario and Luigi scenes, I'm like very impressed with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo's job that they did. Like,
Yeah.
they really did make the Mario Brothers lovable. Not that the Mario Brothers need help to be lovable, you know.
I hate Mario. He's the worst.
But they this is a different Mario Brothers than we're used to, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're usually twins. But in this, there's like a significant age difference between them.
Well, they're like not actually related by blood, right?
Are they not?
Yeah, because when Daisy says that she was adopted and raised in the church, Luigi's like, "Yeah, I was adopted too."
I don't think he says adopted. I think he just says he never knew his parents. I just assumed that it's
Oh.
because they died.
You
when
know,
he
that
was
would make
young.
more sense. And I just kind of assumed that he was talking about the exact same thing. I'm like, weird choice, but okay.
Because they do have the same last name, and because he says that Mario raised him and that Mario's basically his mother and father, but
Okay, I could see where I went wrong.
yeah, like if Mario had like literally adopted him, he wouldn't be his brother, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, that was the way I took it, at least, anyway.
You're probably right. But just because he said it like right after, she's like, "No, my parents are dead. I was raised in the church." I was like, Luigi's parents are dead? He was raised in a church? He hatched from an egg?
He's a dino baby?
Not my Ouija.
So anyway, these Mario brothers, they obviously don't have much work. They're completely broke. Luigi's spending what little money they have on weird supernatural tabloid newspapers about wacky shenanigans.
But plumbing is still their game.
Yeah. And they're not like the others who get all the fame. Like, for example, the Scapelli Construction Company.
Nice tie-in.
Thanks.
They're like a construction company and like a plumbing company. Like, they're just everywhere.
Yeah, they're just all purpose. So they rush to this job that they got called about, but by the time they get there, Scapelli Construction is already there. And apparently there's a deleted scene here where Mario and Luigi go inside to confront Doug and Mike, the Scapelli Construction plumbers.
Yeah.
And they have told the restaurant owners that the job's going to take 2 days, and Mario's like, I could do it in 2 hours, but they can't talk the owner around to letting the Marios handle it. Scapelli Construction, these 2 Scapelli Construction guys were supposed to be a bigger part of the movie, but almost all of their scenes were cut.
Because they're boring and we don't need them.
I say almost because there is still one surviving scene where we see the back of their heads as they run away. But that's it.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Elsewhere, we meet Anthony Scapelli, the owner of Scapelli Construction. He's arriving at a construction site to argue with university students who are protesting the construction because of dinosaur bones.
He's doing what he does best, threatening young women.
He's played by Gianna Russo, who is best known for playing Carlo Rizzi in The Godfather, and who was a genuine real-life mafia guy at one point in his life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't say a bad word about him.
For fear of what might happen.
Right. I revoke what I said earlier.
He has killed before.
Weird thing to bring up.
It was it was like self-defense or like justifiable homicide or something.
Right.
From what I could gather, he owned a nightclub, and some guy was hassling a young lady in the club. So he confronted the guy. The guy stabbed him with a bottle, so he shot him.
Oh, yeah. You can't let someone get away with doing that.
So, so yeah.
Like on principle.
And then we've got Daisy, played by Samantha Mathis, who was vice president of SAG-AFTRA from 2015 to 2019.
Good for her.
Yeah. She also starred in Pump Up the Volume.
Pump up the volume.
I mixed up the title with the name of the character, which is Nora. And she was Courtney in American Psycho and Terry Carmichael in Broken Arrow.
She was Courtney in American Psycho? That makes sense.
Daisy is a weird situation here, because this is basically Princess Peach and Princess Daisy combined into one character.
Yeah.
She's leading the university dig. She's in charge of it. Scapelli threatens her, mentions that a lot of girls have been going missing, which Luigi had mentioned earlier. So we know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
I like Daisy. Like I said, I definitely had a crush on Daisy when I was a kid. She's exactly what my type was back then. A blonde girl who's smarter than me.
I just need somebody to remind me what an idiot I am.
And this is where we're introduced to Iggy and Spike as well.
Oh, yeah.
Iggy is played by Fisher Stevens, who I know mostly for playing Ben in the Short Circuit movies. Movies that I love very much, but in which Fisher Stevens unfortunately plays an Indian character whilst not being Indian.
Oh, no. We were just talking about this last night.
Yeah, we were. Maybe this is what put it in my head. Apparently he also played the Plague in Hackers. I haven't seen Hackers.
Oh. No, but he's a plague.
Yeah. He's apparently also in a lot of Wes Anderson movies. I haven't seen many of Wes Anderson's movies, so I hadn't noticed. But I also remember him for appearing in one episode of Friends where he was a psychiatrist who was dating Phoebe. And that was where I learned that he was white.
After all these years, I feel so betrayed.
Because I watched this movie growing up a lot as well, but I did not realize that this was the same guy who played Ben in Short Circuit. Like, I watched both of those movies. I probably watched them both on the same day at some point. But I didn't notice that it was the same actor. Because he's not wearing blackface in this one.
Right.
And then you got Spike, played by Richard Edson, who apparently was the original drummer of Sonic Youth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he left after their debut EP. Yeah, he's in a lot of things. He plays a garage attendant in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He played Richie in Howard the Duck. He's in Platoon. He's in Good Morning Vietnam. I haven't seen any of those movies, though.
We were just talking about Platoon the other day. My brother asked me if I'd seen it. I was like, do I look like a person who watches Platoon?
I want to watch Good Morning Vietnam. I've been meaning to for a long time, because I've heard it's good. I don't care about Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I know I'm supposed to, but I just don't.
I haven't seen that in like 20 years.
I've never seen it, and I don't care to. I just don't care. I'm sorry. Something about it just always turned me off. I think it's his smug face on the poster.
I would think that you were into smug smartasses.
I don't really like Matthew Broderick. I never really have. I don't know. I find he's like vanilla ice cream of actors, you know?
That's fair.
I did like him in Only Murders in the Building, but that's because he was like kind of playing a comedy version of himself. And I thought that was funny. But like, you know, like Simba, who cares? I care about Simba when he was a child.
Yeah.
Don't give me that adult Simba.
He's cute.
Anyway, apparently these are the only two actors who had fun making the movie.
Good. They were the goons. That's the best That's the best role to get.
Yeah, they the interview, I can't remember which one it was that was being interviewed, but he said that the directors basically let the two of them ad-lib all their lines, which made it fun for them. So
Good.
yeah, they're pretty good. I
liked them.
Yeah, I don't like them as much as I like the Mario brothers in this movie, but I did like them a lot. They were fun to watch.
Yeah. Like, it almost felt like they had too much power. Like, there was a lot of them in this movie. I feel like there was, at times, more of them than, like, the Mario brothers.
Yeah, they do have a pretty big role.
And there were times where I'm like, no, go back to Spike and Iggy. I don't want to deal with these plumbers right now.
They were doing something. Let it play out. Yeah, Iggy and Spike are clearly here to represent the Koopalings. I can understand that they didn't want 7 Koopalings.
Right.
But they're Koopa's cousins here instead of his children. And also,
yeah,
Spike is not one of the Koopalings. I know that you have trouble with the Koopaling names, so you may not have noticed. Iggy is a Koopaling, Spike is not.
Oh, he's that guy. Okay.
Oh yeah, you looked up Spike. Good, I don't have to show you a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy who spits out spiky balls and throws them at you.
Right. He's better than a Koopaling.
It's an odd choice to promote him to this level. Like, there's 5 other male Koopaling names they could have used.
Well, like, they're gonna name him Ludwig.
Or like Roy, or Lemmy, or Larry. Do you think maybe they thought the others all sounded too much like real names?
Yeah. Spike sounds goofy.
I suppose. Could be Iggy and Lemmy.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Anyway, these two are stalking Daisy. It's made clear to us that they've grabbed several girls in the past and they were all the wrong girl.
They don't quite understand. Like, this is something that I don't get. They tell us that they can't differentiate between mammals, but they look exactly like mammals.
I know. They must be looking for something different than we are.
Like what?
I don't know, pheromones?
Maybe. Is that a big thing with lizards?
I don't know. What is a big thing with lizards? But they're not even like lizards, they're dinosaurs, so
True.
it's even further removed from what we would understand.
What kind of dinosaur is a Goomba?
Oh, we'll get to the Goombas. So Mario and Luigi's van has broken down, and Mario sends Luigi to go call their answering machine and check if they have any jobs. Daisy's trying to use the same payphone to call the university to ask for more security, and Luigi just like falls in love with her immediately.
I did like this bit where he's got his answering machine and somebody has left a message for a huge job.
Yeah, yelling. He's like desperate.
He's like, bring several plumbers, we're getting flooded. And he immediately hangs up the call and gives it to Daisy.
I really liked when Luigi goes back over to Mario. Mario's working on the van, and part of me, when Luigi's like, look at that girl, she's really pretty, there was a part of me that expected Mario to be like, we can't worry about that right now, Luigi, we've got to fix the van, we've got stuff to do. But instead, Mario is just like,
she's beautiful, huh? Ooh. Huh. She's nice, go talk to her. Go on. No, I can't. Come on, go talk to her. What's the matter with you?
you know, he's like encouraging him. I thought it was really cute.
He's a good big brother.
He is. Luigi completely flubs talking to her, and Mario saves him.
Because Mario's got away with the ladies.
Oh yeah, Mario's pretty good with women. He's got a long-term girlfriend. He can talk in full sentences to a woman. So they offer Daisy a lift back to the construction site, and she has noticed that the Koopas are tailing her.
Yeah.
So she takes their offer, and Mario coaches Luigi through inviting her for dinner.
Dinner.
Do you eat?
Yeah,
Dinner?
sure.
Tonight.
Tonight?
Oh, okay.
And then at their dinner date, Mario's date is struggling to understand what it is that Daisy does. So this is basically our exposition.
Yeah.
about Daisy's job. This date, by the way, Mario's date here, if this movie cared more about the source material, she would be called Pauline.
Yeah.
She looks like Pauline. It's perfect.
She does look like Pauline.
But since this movie probably doesn't know who Pauline is, this is Daniella.
No one knew who Pauline was back then.
But she existed.
She existed, but they had to make her the mayor of New Donk City before anyone cared.
No, people cared. Nintendo just didn't care about those people.
There were dozens of us.
So Daniela is played by Dana Kaminsky, who played Linda in BL Striker. She had a minor role in the Tom Hanks movie Big. And she plays a gecko in an episode of The Wild Thornberrys.
Good for her.
Daisy's talking about the dinosaur bones. Apparently they found iridium in them, which means that a meteorite hit there, and they think it's the meteorite that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Wow.
I was really interested in this. I was like, do we know where the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs is? And we do.
It's in
Mexico. Yeah, it's like off the coast slightly in Mexico, but the crater covers part of Mexico.
Oh.
But this impact crater was only formally identified in 1991, which was just a couple years before this movie. And it wasn't accepted as the cause of the extinction event until 2010.
2010?
Yeah, so...
That's bonkers.
I know, I didn't realize it was like so recently.
Yeah.
So when this movie came out, I guess scientists had already hypothesized that it was a meteor strike that wiped the dinosaurs out, but they hadn't found the right site yet.
Right.
Or they had only recently discovered even that this crater existed. Because I guess you have to back out pretty far to recognize that it's an impact crater, because it's huge. I looked at it on a map. It's giant.
It's not something you can just eyeball.
Yeah, it's not something like if you're standing there in Mexico, you're not going to see this thing and be like, that looks like an impact crater.
That definitely looks like the thing that killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, this is where they have the conversation where she explains the crystal around her neck, that she's an orphan and that's all that was left with her. And Luigi talks about how Mario raised him and he never knew their parents. And Luigi offers to walk Daisy home. And Mario it's so cute how proud Mario is of him.
Yeah.
In this scene. I really liked it. So Mario takes Daniela home in the van, and Spike and Iggy get confused and follow them.
Because they all look the same, Mike.
Well, they think she's in disguise. That's the conversation they have. They think that since she spotted them, she's gone into this restaurant and disguised herself.
Yes, I'd like to order a wig.
They don't know. They don't know what goes on in Manhattan. Or
Right,
Brooklyn, or
they've got
wherever we are here.
Swamp shoes and mushroom men.
I did get a bit annoyed with Luigi and Daisy trying really hard to talk each other into breaking up with each other on the walk home.
You know what? If you just want to end this right now, I would understand.
You know, I was gonna ask you the same thing. If you want to end this right now and you feel bad about that, but you want to talk to somebody about it, you could call me.
We haven't even started dating, but we should just call it quits right now.
Yeah. Both of them are like, listen, if you want to call it quits. No, if you want to call it quits.
I'm just telling you, I'm really weird and awkward, and I kind of smell a little bit, so, like, now's the time.
I spend all my time in a underground cave with dinosaur bones. I spend all my time in an underground cave with poop.
Maybe we'll run into each other down there and break up again.
I'm always down there in the sewers kicking turtles and crabs.
You ever throw a fireball from your hand? Feels great.
You know, I'm down in the sewers kicking the crabs. My brother's up on the construction site fighting the monkey. It's weird. That's how he met Pauline. I mean, Daniela.
Sometimes I like to put on a onesie and flap around.
I've never thought of it like that before, but I guess they do that.
Yeah.
Do you like to go swimming? Would you like to see my frog suit?
What's that over there? Oh, that's the giant shoe. I use it to walk over the piranha plants.
Look, you just crawl in and hop around. It's great. You never seen plumber's tools before?
Don't touch that whistle. That tornado's gonna sweep through here and I'll never see you again. You'll be off in World 8.
Or as we call it, the Bronx. Anyway, Daisy takes Luigi to the dig site to see what she does. Meanwhile, Daniella gets grabbed after Mario says goodbye. So Mario doesn't even know that she's been kidnapped.
It takes him most of the movie to find out.
Yeah. There's a huge tunnel under the dig site, which seemed weird to me.
A little structurally compromised, but...
Yeah, like, are they even still under the construction site at this point?
Nobody knows. I
pretty
mean, I think
far
they
down that
are,
tunnel.
because, like, it's implied that the digging is what started all of this.
Yeah, it's true. So she's got these dinosaur bones that have, like, opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be bigger news.
You would think.
Like, it's wild that it's just this handful of university students that care that they found the bones of a dinosaur with opposable thumbs.
Right. A thing afforded to very few species on this planet.
Anyway, Luigi and Daisy almost kiss over how beautiful the opposable thumbs are. It's very romantic. But then they get interrupted by Doug and Mike making their only surviving appearance in the film.
And causing trouble.
Yeah, they caused a leak for Scapelli.
They're just the overworld Spike and Iggy, and then we get the real Spike and Iggy for the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Do you think they're Koopalings?
Maybe. Doug and Mike, my favorite Koopalings. Morton, Wendy, Iggy, Ludwig, Doug, and Mike.
Why not?
Why not, indeed? So Luigi and Daisy run to get Mario, presumably on foot. Mario, who, by the way, drove home.
Yeah, but he's just kind of out and about.
No, but my point here is, doesn't it feel like the place would already be flooded by the time they got back there?
No, because it's flowing at plot-relevant speeds.
It was flowing pretty damn fast. Iggy and Spike are also in the tunnel now, because they've taken Daniella back through the tunnel, and now they're here again.
Right.
I guess we haven't been told about the tunnel yet, have we?
No, but they've already been yelled at for bringing the wrong woman, and they're back to grab more.
Yeah, and they just happen to be in the same tunnel with the correct woman. Mario fixes the leak, but the Koopas knock both out and snatch Daisy. And then Luigi wakes up, and the Marios try to follow Daisy's screams through the tunnels. And they end up in this, like, weird cave. Why is this cave here, under New York?
I don't know.
This underground river cave.
I don't know. It looks like the Goonies.
It does look like the Goonies. They're on this ledge. There's a rock wall opposite. But Daisy's, like, trying to struggle through it. She keeps appearing in the rock wall and calling out for Luigi. And Luigi reaches out and snatches her necklace off of her. So now he's got the rock.
Is this a legacy?
Is it?
Remember that time we jumped into the mountainside and went down a super fun happy slide?
Are you saying this is the Tall Mountain secret slide?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Mario Brothers jump into the wall and they tumble through a hellscape, which does pretty well describe what happens in Tall Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. This movie has a lot of like Luigi following his intuition and Mario reluctantly following, and Luigi turning out to be right.
Yeah.
And this is one of those times.
I mean, if I saw a woman's face emerge from a rock wall, I don't know if I would consider that intuition. Maybe psychosis, but like, is it that bold of an assumption to think maybe there's something going on?
Yeah, they both saw it. But I don't know, just because you saw a woman's face come out of the rock doesn't mean that you could go into it, necessarily.
I don't know.
Did you see the sweet flip Mario did, by the way? Because he, like, falls into the rock wall, but he flips all the way over, 180 degrees vertically.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
He just tumbles into it.
I guess he is. That was a triple jump. That's what that was.
That wasn't anything. He just fell.
He did a triple jump flip.
He fell. He slipped off the rock.
I'm going to give him points for his daring triple jump. This is our first glimpse of Dino Hatton.
It's also our first glimpse of the meteorite, except we won't know that until the very end of the movie.
That's right, yeah. As they're coming out of the cave, they run over the meteorite.
Yep.
But we're not told what it is.
Nope.
And we won't find out for a long time. So apparently this is like when Cooper was in Manhattan 20 years ago, he got a glimpse of it, so he tried to recreate it in his world.
Okay.
So this is like the twisted version of it.
I was going to say, how did the name evolve to be so similar? But that makes sense.
Yeah, that's apparently the explanation, but the explanation is left out of the movie.
Right, why would we need that?
This set design is really good.
Yeah, it does look really good.
Apparently, it was built by David Snyder, the art director on Blade Runner, which does explain it.
Yeah.
It's wild that they got the Blade Runner guy.
It sure is. Comparing those two films.
A lot of the club and bar names are Mario references, I noticed.
Yeah.
So I saw Thwomp, Bullet Bills, Fire Snake, Hammer Bros, and the Boom Boom Bar.
Well, like, Thwomp is like the brand of shoes, right?
Yeah. But it did seem to also be a club on the street.
And it looked like bullet bills are what you use to put into the Thwomp shoes to power them.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, it's funny, like, these are like the extent of the Mario things, really.
Yeah.
In this movie. It's mostly just the names of things. They see, there's like Vote Cooper signs everywhere, which is funny because it doesn't seem to be a democracy.
No, it's pretty heavily implied to not be one.
They kind of go back and forth between calling him King Koopa and President Koopa, I noticed.
Yeah.
There's no consistency in that.
I really liked the billboard of him, like,
kissing the baby. Yeah, me too. Also, like, they've gone with Koopa again.
Yeah, instead of Bowser.
This is way past the point where they should have known that his name was Bowser. So I don't know why. I don't know why they chose to call him Koopa in this.
Maybe it just had a better ring to it.
Maybe. Everything's crappy here. There's fungus everywhere, growing all over everything. Although it kind of looks more like cheese than fungus to me.
I had no idea that it was supposed to be fungus until they told us that's what it was.
Yeah, it does look like somebody's like melted some mozzarella and draped it across everything.
It just kind of looks like some non-specific grime you would find in a dystopian underworld.
Yeah. But it's all like orange-yellow.
And it's slimy, though.
Yeah. And they start noticing there's dinosaurs around, too. Like, they've lost Daisy. She's gone. She's been bundled into a cab and driven away.
Right.
So now they're just kind of exploring the world.
This part confused me a little bit because, like, you see some people that look significantly more dinosaur, but only in this scene. They never really show up again.
There's some in the prison too, but yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like it seems to be implied that, like, maybe it's like a class thing. Like, some of the people are more evolved than others,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure. Because they've got this technology to unevolve people.
Yeah. But then, like, it seems more like about what they evolved from, because Koopa's so proud that he evolved from T-Rex, and then there's, like, Goomba.
Right.
But what is Goomba evolved from?
Right. I actually had a lot of questions about this, because I was wondering if maybe... And I think it would have maybe been more interesting if this had been explored, but I was wondering if maybe there was, like, a conflict that, like, the people who evolved from dinosaurs were in conflict with people who had evolved from a fungus.
Right.
And, like, maybe the king... Because, spoiler alert, the fungus is the king. Maybe the king had evolved from a fungus rather than from a dinosaur, but it's really not explained why he de-evolved into a fungus.
It's not, and it doesn't make any sense, because Daisy hatched from an egg. Is it a fungus egg?
That's true. But why would he unevolve into a fungus?
I don't know, Mike! Unless, like, they unevolved him somehow further than the Goomba stage. And, like, before Lizard, there was fungus.
I mean, there's a deleted... Well, we'll get to it. For now, I want to talk about Koopa's penthouse.
Do it.
Where he's up at the top of the tower, which is based on the World Trade Center. And he's lamenting. This is his exposition scene.
Mm-hmm.
He's like lamenting that the humans have the better world with the clean air and the nice water and
no fungus king that's trying to suffocate you.
Yeah, and he's having this whole conversation with his lady sidekick Lena, who is played by Fiona Shaw, who I think probably best known for playing Mrs. Dursley in the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, the whole time it was killing me. I was like, I know this woman's face, but I cannot think of who it is.
Yeah. She's a weird character. I think the movie would be pretty much exactly the same if she wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I guess she's just an employee of Koopa. Their relationship is kind of unclear the whole time. It seems like she wants to be maybe like his wife or something, I don't know. But I think she's just his secretary.
Unclear.
That's exactly what I've written. That's the exact word I've written about it in my notes. But it is made very clear up front that she's jealous of the princess because she does some kind of weird lizard shudder when Koopa mentions the princess.
That was so weird, because, like, before we find out about all this dinosaur business, I was like, is she a robot?
Yeah, but, like, nobody else does that, really.
No, they don't.
Through the whole movie, except on the dance floor. I did notice the people on the dance floor were doing it.
Just twitching, like lizards do.
It made it look like a Japanese horror movie. So Koopa's saying when he finally gets the rock and the princess, he'll be able to merge the human and dinosaur worlds and take over. And this is where Iggy and Spike arrive to say that they finally captured the princess, but they don't have the meteorite piece that she wears around her neck. Right? So this whole exposition scene, this whole scene is Koopa just saying exposition stuff, right?
Yeah.
I found an interview with one of the directors saying that Dennis Hopper was really hard to direct because he was really confused about what was going on. And I'm willing to bet he was talking about recording this scene.
Yeah.
Because he is just saying a lot of dumb nonsense. And if I was an actor and these were the lines I was given to say, I would also be very confused about what was going on.
Yeah.
Without that piece, the meteorite lays dormant. I'll not be able to merge the dimensions.
So the plumbers have the rock. So Koopa puts out a huge reward for plumbers of 2,000 gold coins. Which, like, they call them gold coins here at the beginning, but then later on someone calls them Koopa coins.
Yeah,
and then later on someone calls them
too.
Koopa credits.
Yeah, they don't even have a consistent currency. Maybe that's why you're living in a hellscape.
He said 2,000, but I don't know which of our three currencies he was talking about.
Do we get to pick? Which one's doing the best right now?
Each one's doing worse than the last. In which order? Doesn't matter.
It's a spiral at this point.
Whichever one you look at, it's doing worse than the last one you looked at. I can't explain it.
That's economics.
So the Mario brothers are getting victimized by a sweet old lady. She steals the rock from them, but she in turn gets victimized by a larger lady who steals the rock and leaves, flying away on a pair of boots.
Yeah, she's just kind of out on the prowl looking to start trouble.
So she's wearing these thwomp boots that we talked about already, which she uses to fly away. I kind of thought they were supposed to be like Karibo's shoe, but they're not. That's what a thwomp is. And I at first thought that she kind of looked like some kind of thwomp gijinka.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like maybe she's supposed to be a thwomp.
Yeah.
But she's not. This lady is Big Bertha, an enemy from Super Mario Bros. 3 that is now more commonly known as Big Cheep Cheep.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a fish.
That's definitely not what Thwomp do.
Well, you don't think this is what you think of when you think of Big Cheep Cheep? You don't think of this lady?
I don't think of a fish wearing shoes stomping around. No, generally not.
She is played by Francesca P. Roberts, who is known for playing Anna May in Frank's Place, Marge in Home Improvement. She had recurring roles as judges in both Boston Legal and Law and Order LA. And she was the health inspector in the It's Always Sunny episode Charlie Work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the one who comes in to inspect the place near the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't recognize her.
Neither did I, but I'll see it now.
What if that episode ended with her flying away on a pair of thwomp boots?
Maybe it did. Maybe that's the deleted scene.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think we see what she does after she leaves the bar, so...
Doesn't she just get in her car and drive away?
I don't remember. So the Marios meet a street musician who tries to cheer them up with a horrible song. And also a very expositionary song as well.
Yep.
Ain't got no water anywhere. Food's bad, so's the air. Got no resources in a great big stupor. All because of the evil King Koopa.
But
This is
it teaches
Toad.
us this is, the freedom fighters.
I did not know this was Toad when I was a kid.
Even though his name is Toad?
Well, it's so barely mentioned that his name is Toad. They drop his name like twice, I think.
Yeah.
And it's usually just like screamed by someone.
You know the law, Toad!
They've like tried to give him a hairstyle that's mushroom adjacent, but it's not speckles like you'd expect on a toad head. It's just circles.
Yeah, it's like ringed.
Yeah.
He is played by Mojo Nixon, a musician best known for the novelty song Elvis is Everywhere.
Okay.
He's getting arrested for singing an anti-Cooper song, which is against the law. And when the Marios try to intervene, the cops arrest them for being plumbers because they spot their tool belts.
Yeah. And they're on the lookout.
I'm going to be honest, if I saw a tool belt like that, I don't think I'd be like, that's a plumber.
No, that could be literally any handyman.
Yeah. Like any construction profession or...
Right. Like, unless there's like a plunger attached to it, I don't know how that's going to scream plumber more than anything else.
Yeah, but you know, if they asked him if he was a plumber, Mario's got way too much plumber pride to say no.
Right.
He would have to admit it.
I know you're going to take me to jail if I say yes, but I'm a damn good plumber.
Daisy gets manhandled into a room with all the other kidnapped girls, including Daniella, who fill her in on the situation, so now she's up to speed on what's going on.
They're looking for a princess.
And the Marios get dragged to jail to go through processing, and this is the famous scene.
Yeah. This is the legacy.
Name? Mario. Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
Okay, look, how many Marios are there between the two of you?
There's three. It's Mario and Luigi Mario.
I do think this is probably the funniest scene in the movie.
Yeah.
And you know, The movie does have its funny scenes. It's not
totally without comedy, but it's also not especially funny.
Yeah, right. But I think this is the funniest scene.
Yeah.
So the Marios get decontaminated and Toad gives them more exposition, which he yells to them from like across 2 rooms.
What was that? The fungus unit! The fungus is choking the city!
I was kind of expecting the fungus to be more of a thing.
What do you mean?
Other than just the king.
Oh, right. I thought the fungus was going to be like the essence of the Mushroom Kingdom or something.
I don't know what I thought it was. Like, at the time, I wasn't even thinking about it being a parallel to the Mushroom Kingdom at all. Like, it's just a threat that's kind of forcing them to move to the surface.
Yeah.
And then it just ends up being the omnipotent king, who is fungus for some reason, and then goes away.
Like, Toad presents that as a crackpot theory while they're in jail here.
You know what else I think? You know, all that fungus out there, that's our old king. It's true, and he's been de-evolved. That's right, he's been de-evolved into fungus, and now he's wreaking his revenge on the city.
That's that crazy Toad again.
All right, Toad. Okay, can we get put in a different cell?
Just turn him into a Goomba so we don't have to listen anymore.
Yeah, it seems like the human dimension is common knowledge to the dinosaur people.
Yeah.
Because Toad just casually talks about it.
That's what he's dumping about.
Yeah.
It's weird. I guess it's like a fable to them, but
I don't know.
To the monkey people, nobody cares.
I don't know. It does seem like they're just like, yeah, well, of course. You guys are from the human dimension. We know all about that. Our king's a mushroom.
We have no reason to believe that your dimension exists other than the story that's been passed down for generations, but sure. I think you smell like a monkey.
So Koopa comes to interview the Marios. He's in disguise. He gives them a fake name.
Yeah, this isn't Koopa. He doesn't even have like a hat on to hide his Koopa hair.
Well, you know what? I was about to say, how would they know? But then I remembered they just came from a street.
His face is all over.
It's full of Vote Koopa posters with pictures of him on it.
You can't not see what he looks like.
Yeah, it's a really good point that had completely not crossed my mind until now. He gives Mario back his tool belt. He's trying to be nice to them, but that really doesn't last very long.
No.
And he just, like, attacks Luigi because he doesn't know about the meteorite piece. And then the guard immediately just gives away that this is Koopa. It's like, why did you even bother with the fake name and the act?
Right, if their plan all along was to strangle him, why even start off being nice?
Then they take them to the Devo chamber.
Every time they said it, I just imagined the artists, Devo, standing on the sidelines with their funny little hats.
Sometimes you gotta go in the Devo chamber to de-stress.
Sometimes you gotta crack that whip.
So we get to the Devo chamber just in time to watch Toad get de-evolved into these one of these weird creatures we've seen lumbering about. And this is where we're told that this is a Goomba. Doesn't look anything like a Goomba.
No, why does it just de-evolve their heads?
It doesn't. It de-evolved the whole body.
I guess.
He's huge now.
But they only put their head in it. It's the only thing that's, like, visibly different except for the size. It's weird.
There's a deleted scene here, apparently, where they show the Marios what happens if you de-evolve someone too far, and they just, like, turn into a slime. Which was set up for what's going to happen at the end of the movie, but, you know,
yeah,
whatever.
I assumed that that's what happened, but they kind of removed that little bit of
exposition. Yeah, and a kind of a necessary bit of exposition as well.
I pieced it together.
I know, but you're not a child anymore.
I guess.
I don't know what a Goomba is. It doesn't look anything like a Goomba.
No, it's just some kind of weird reptile thing.
Did you notice there's like two head variants?
Yeah, there's like a snaky one.
Yeah, because when I was a kid, I thought the round-headed ones were the Goombas and the longer-headed ones were supposed to be Koopa Troopers. But I realize watching it now that there's absolutely nothing to suggest that they aren't just all Goombas.
Yeah, because they'd call them all Goombas.
Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe there are, like, lizard people and mushroom people, and maybe the long-headed ones were devolved from lizard people, and the round-headed ones were devolved from mushroom people. I don't know. The movie sure didn't explain it.
Yeah, the movie sure doesn't know either.
Probably not. I bet there's someone working in the production crew who knew. There's one guy who's like, oh yeah, that's because those are the dinosaur people, and those are the mushroom people.
Obviously.
Yeah, this is where Cooper tells us that he evolved from a T-Rex specifically. And through this scene, he's like standing with his hands in a T-Rex kind of way. Did you notice that?
I did not notice that.
He's like standing like Mr. Burns for some reason. And I guess that's the one scene where they're like, let's have him stand in a way that implies he's a T-Rex. But then never again for the rest of the movie.
No.
We can tell which of the Goombas was Toad, because he still has the hairstyle.
And a harmonica.
And one of the Goombas gives him his harmonica necklace back too.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. They're not all bad.
I guess.
Guys.
He just calls them loyal and stupid, but I guess that doesn't make them bad by default.
No. They're trying to integrate him into the workplace. They're taking him back to the break room now to give him his, like, welcome to your first day cake.
That's true. I guess they were never annoyed by him playing his harmonica the way that, like, Koopa was. Because they love music. We find that out.
Yeah, the Goombas love music. I like that. So the Marios are furious about what happened to Toad. They push Koopa into the machine and turn it on, and then they run away.
It doesn't do much.
It doesn't. It turns his eyes into like cat eyes for a second.
And then he kind of gets over it. And then he evolves back beyond that phase, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, maybe it's supposed to be that someone else off screen turned the machine off before anything really bad could happen. I don't know.
Unclear.
But he does start like de-evolving involuntarily at some point later on in the movie as well.
Yeah. Which was weird.
The Marios are hiding among the fungus, and the fungus dangles a bob-omb in front of them.
And Luigi suspects, but Mario doesn't believe.
Luigi tries to take the bob-omb, but Mario's like, no, let's get out of here. And they're escaping through the prison. They're like evading fireballs that are being fired at them.
Yeah.
I like that they worked fireballs into it. You know, it's not laser beams being fired at them. It's not bullets. It's actually fireballs.
Yeah, I was thinking about that at the end when everybody has flamethrowers.
Yeah, like fireballs are such a big part of the games. I like that they worked that in. That was nice. Then they steal a police car, which is less involved with the games. But Luigi's able to work out the weird computer panel that you have to use to control it because he plays too many video games.
You see, gamers, there's practical applications for all the hours we waste.
It's funny that he says that he's able to do it because he spends all his days sitting on his butt playing video games, but we never saw him play a video game. We never saw a video game in their house.
No, we saw him consuming paranormal conspiracy bullshit.
Yeah. It did make me think, like, maybe he should have been playing video games at the start instead. But the paranormal stuff was supposed to set up the fact that he's more, like, accepting of weird bullshit than Mario is, I guess.
Right.
But there's this long police chase scene. I don't want to talk about it.
Nothing happens. It's boring.
It's pretty boring. They drive down a tunnel to the Kupahari Desert. Apparently, this is a name that was sometimes used for Super Mario Bros. 3's Desert Land.
Oh.
Because I saw, like, it had been called the Kupahari Desert in, like, Nintendo Power and stuff a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I thought, was that only after the movie, though? Were they just trying to tie it into the movie? But no, it was called that before the movie. It's never called that in-game. It's just called Desert Land in-game, or Desert Hill. But now, it turns out the tunnel they've driven down isn't finished. So they drive off a cliff, and they get caught by the fungus, which kind of, like, bungee cords the car down, where they can get out safely.
Yeah.
Luigi's the only one who thinks it was the fungus that did it.
I mean, I'm on Mario's side. Why would a sentient fungus, be doing all this?
Because it's the king! Iggy and Spike interrupt Koopa's mud bath to tell him the plumbers are in the desert. Koopa wants to speak to the princess. But I feel like it's a long time. Oh, no, it's not a long... No, okay. I thought it was longer. This movie is like a temporal anomaly to me.
This movie went on so long.
Yeah, it's pretty long. But like, I thought this scene coming up was much later with Daisy and Koopa, where they actually meet for the first time. Spike and Iggy are being put in the Devo chair.
But it's to inbrain in them.
Yeah, obviously we're led to believe that they're going to be turned into Goombas, but they get evolved and made smarter. And I'm like, why? If you could have done that at any time.
Why would you keep your bumbling idiot sidekicks?
Yeah.
They brought back 10 of the wrong women, and it's only now that you think to do this.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, though, as we learn pretty quickly, although they've been evolved to be smarter, all it's really done is increase their vocabulary.
I mean, that's how you know somebody's smart, because they use big words. There's no other way to tell.
But they're still, like, equally as dumb.
They're still pretty stupid, and they're just as likely to fail in their plans.
The only difference is that they use big words now.
Now they fail smartly.
So Koopa sends them to the desert. Lena, meanwhile, is dressing Daisy in her mother's old clothes and telling her about her parents.
That dress was so hideous. It's like, this is supposed to be the queen's hand-me-downs, and it's this ill-fitting, nasty, cheap thing.
Like, they basically confirm Toad's theory about the king without actually saying it.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, your mother's dead. What about my dad? He's around. Koopa is discussing this new handheld devolution gun with a cop when Lena arrives with Daisy. So we know that they're going to be shooting devolution rays around like proton accelerator. What are they called? Proton packs? You know, what the Ghostbusters have.
Yeah. But like, do they? Did I just miss it? Because I feel like it didn't really come up until the very end.
No, it doesn't come up until the very end, but that is when it comes up.
It's just, I mean, all right, they set it up. I just thought it would be more of a prominent thing than just a Deus Ex Machina.
No, it's just like the final threat of the movie. A lot of beams shooting around, but nobody really gets hit for most of it. This is where Daisy meets Yoshi.
Yeah, he's a dinosaur.
I forgot that Yoshi was in this. Because he's not in it very much, and that's probably largely because he was probably very expensive.
Yep.
But he's good.
Yeah, I like Yoshi.
He's played by Frank Welker, who also plays the Goombas. I didn't mention that, but...
No, you didn't.
We know him as Chomp Chomp in Pac-Man.
Oh,
and the Cave of Wonders in the Kingdom Hearts pilot, but Frank Welker's in everything. He's Fred in Scooby-Doo. I think he's Scooby-Doo now as well.
Good for him.
I always think about the fact that he's Nibbler in Futurama, and he's both voices of Nibbler.
Right. I mean, I guess Nibbler's dum-dum voice does kind of sound like Yoshi.
I guess so, yeah. Apparently the designers of the Yoshi puppet knew that Jurassic Park was in production at the same time, so they made an effort to push Yoshi to be cute to avoid comparisons with the Jurassic Park T-Rex.
Right.
It doesn't look a lot like Yoshi. It doesn't really look a thing like Yoshi, in fact.
It looks like a dinosaur, but like a baby one.
Yeah, but despite the fact that I can't recognize this as Yoshi, I think this is my favorite thing in the movie.
It's still cute. He's just like a little dog.
Yeah, I wish he was in it more. Because he's very cute. He's chained up. I guess Koopa's keeping him as a pet. He shows up and he explains Yoshi and the world that they're in. I love this globe, by the way.
Yeah.
Where it's just like one city sticking off the top of it and then just a desert all the way around.
That's why they have to leave, because there's fungus and desert and nothing else.
Cooper's being creepy with Daisy. I didn't like it.
No, it's gross.
I guess Bowser and Peach have a similar relationship, but it doesn't feel as skeevy.
I don't think Bowser's ever tried to sexually assault Peach. He just kidnaps her from time to time.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, he is trying to get her to fall in love with him, but he definitely, like, takes a more innocent approach to it.
Yeah.
Bowser's trying to win her over, even if he is doing it by kidnapping.
It's all he understands.
He tells her that she's the descendant of dinosaurs. He tries to kiss her, but then this is where he starts, like, devolving out of nowhere, and it freaks her out. I don't know that she would have been into it if he didn't start devolving, but, you know, it definitely made it worse.
I don't think anybody would have fallen for that.
It was pretty slimy and gross, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he kicks Yoshi just to remind us that he's an asshole.
Right.
That's all that's there for.
In case it wasn't clear up to this point.
Iggy and Spike have located the Marios, but they drive off a cliff and land in some mud.
Very smartly, though.
Yeah. So they get tied up and interrogated for info about Daisy and the rock. And this is where we're told that the path between dimensions has been sealed for years until Scapelli blasted it open on his construction site. How? I don't know.
No, it's pretty deep underground.
Yeah, like, how did it get sealed? Did we see that at the beginning? I don't think we did.
No. We have no idea how Koopa crossed over in the first place.
I do think that there were some deleted scenes there, so maybe they would have explained it.
Yeah.
Because I know there was supposed to be a scene where he, like, goes out and actually sees Manhattan. Which we sure didn't see.
Like, all of these deleted scenes make sense as far as exposition, but at the same time, listening to how much of this movie was cut and knowing how long it already is exhausting.
Well, I can tell you there is a restored version, which we did not watch.
How long is it?
It's an extra 20 minutes of deleted scenes.
That's too many. That's too many.
It's a whole Simpsons episode.
That pushes this to like 2 hours long.
It's already 2 hours long, almost.
It's an hour 44.
Okay. Felt like more than 2 hours to me.
2 hours in 1993 time? That's like 4 hours.
Yeah, a kid's movie in 1993 that's almost 2 hours long is insane.
Yeah.
I had a hard time sitting through Aladdin, and I love Aladdin. But it's an hour and a half long.
I had to watch this movie over the course of 3 days. So if I'm a little fuzzy on the details, it's because I could not do it in one sitting.
So, the Marios and the Koopas form a deal. If the Marios can get the Koopas the rock, the Koopas will give the Marios Daisy. And the Koopas help the Marios identify Big Bertha, because they know her. We're not told why.
Because they hang out at the club.
Daisy's in her room bonding with Yoshi. It's cute. Yoshi's cute. Daisy's cute.
It's boring.
It's boring. The Koopa cousins and the Mario brothers are forming a plan to get the rock back. So they steal a garbage truck. The guys running the truck, according to the wiki, are supposed to be Sniffits from Super Mario Bros. 2.
Okay.
I looked that up because I did wonder, because they kind of had like a Shy Guy vibe about them.
Yeah.
But Mario and Luigi put their masks on and drive the truck back to the city. I don't know how we know that they're supposed to be Sniffits, by the way, because it's not mentioned in the movie that I noticed, but...
No. They don't shoot anything out of their snoots.
No. So we're at the Boom Boom Bar. The Marios check in their tools, which I thought seemed really stupid. And the coat check girl immediately calls the cops for the plumber reward.
Right. Oh, okay. So I'm looking at it right now. And the reward is 2,000 coupons.
Okay. Oh, so that's a third currency.
Yeah.
I mean, a fourth one. Yeah, a fourth one.
Yes.
We've had, what have we had? Gold coins, Koopa credits, and coupons.
Take your pick of our deflated currency.
I do like I wasn't saying those, I was just saying those in the order that I remember them being mentioned, but it does sound like they get worth less with each one.
Yeah.
Like gold coins is the top, Cooper coins is slightly worse, Cooper credits is a little bit worse, and coupons is something you can exchange for money off your cereal.
Right. That's something you can only spend at the company store.
In the club, they are playing Love is the Drug, performed by Divinyls.
And what else are they playing?
Well, they're not playing Walk the Dinosaur yet, but I'll get to it when they do. Because this movie is where I know that song from. I love that song.
It's great.
So Mario and Luigi spot Big Bertha, who's wearing the meteorite around her neck. Mario goes to try to charm her. And they dance together for a while after she punches him out.
Right. She's won over immediately.
Yeah. I'm not seeing the Mario charm that he talked about in the stuff he says.
Hey, the name's Mario. I'm your main man. You Ramadan, you can of Spain.
I guess he's just a good dancer. There's no need for words.
The part where he, grabs it in his mouth, just as he dips her, he just jams his face right into her boobs and comes away with the rock in his mouth. I was like, how did you get away with that, Mario?
She was feeling it. She was vibing.
She was like, oh, he's just motorboating me, and he got the rock in his mouth by mistake. It happens.
Wouldn't be the first time.
They're dancing to I Would Stop the World by Charles and Eddie. Eventually, as he twirls her, he manages to twirl the necklace off of her and then run and just leaves her alone and confused on the dance floor.
He disappears into the crowd. And because she's been so aggressive from the outset, I was like, oh, well, she's just going to chase them and hate them forever. But no, he's won her over. It was a little confusing.
Yeah, I didn't understand why she helps them afterwards. But there's this whole scene where this is where Walk the Dinosaur plays. It's not the original. It's a cover, apparently by George Clinton and the Goombas.
Okay.
So I guess it was recorded specifically for the movie.
Yeah.
But Lena arrives with a bunch of Goombas, and the Mario's like, avoid them in the club. I didn't really understand why they were tossing the meteorite to each other this whole time. It seemed like they could have just, run.
I don't know. Maybe it was easier just to confuse them. So
but it
they don't
didn't
know
work.
Who has the rock.
It didn't work, and they lost the rock.
Well.
Now Lena has it.
So they weren't good at it, but they tried.
Also, she drinks a worm and it screams as it goes down.
That was a snake. That wasn't a worm.
Well, it looked like a worm to me, and the reason I'm saying it is because apparently at some point in the movie you see an ad for a drink called Wiggler. So I think that might have been a Wiggler.
Oh.
I think it was a worm.
I thought it was like a tiny little snake.
Well, maybe. I think it was a Wiggler. They end up in the coat check room where Big Bertha helps them for some reason. She gives them some thwomp boots. She kisses Mario.
Yeah, she's fallen for him. How could you not with that plumber's charm?
Did you notice when the boots activate, they make the Mario death noise?
I did notice, yes.
So they escape with the boots. And Luigi spots another bob-omb dangling from the fungus, and this time he takes it, puts it in his pouch.
Secret bomb.
They escape by jumping into another garbage truck.
Yeah.
And somehow they know that this one's heading for Cooper's Tower, but I don't know how they knew that.
No, I don't know either.
Okay. So Cooper goes to speak to the king, who is a giant fungal growth spreading from over a chair. Very strange.
Yeah, it gave me abstract daddy vibes. Just because, the room that fight takes place in has these, gross symbolic piston type things that continuously jut out of the wall. So the king really creeped me out.
Yeah, it's something.
It sure is.
But Toad's theory is fully confirmed now. In the next scene, Cooper orders a pizza.
Yeah.
That's it.
He has to feed the princess something.
No, this is for him.
I thought he ordered it to give to her and she just denied him.
No, because she's being fed, like, tongues.
Didn't he get, like, tongues on the pizza?
No, he never gets this pizza.
Oh.
This is a running joke. Because, like, he orders this pizza in this scene, and then for the rest of the movie, he's like, where's my pizza?
Oh.
And then apparently, at the very end, there's a deleted scene where his pizza gets delivered. So they cut the payoff!
Oh, darn, what a good joke that was.
But, like, it's so, like...
No, I get it.
This scene, like, he's just sitting there ordering a pizza, and this scene ended, and I'm like, why did that scene happen?
That must be why I thought he ordered it for her, because otherwise there's no reason that scene exists.
It's just him ordering a pizza for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real reason for it.
I was trying fruitlessly to make sense of this movie.
I guess someone just thought it was funny that he was ordering a pizza? I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, the Marios sneak into the tower. Mario's horrified by the plumbing, but he decides that he can sabotage the heating to, like, freeze everyone in the building. This only seems to affect the kidnapped girls.
The kidnapped girls, and particularly the vent that leads into that room so they can slip and slide down it.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. But nobody else really seems bothered by it. None of the people he was trying to bother. Because he doesn't even know about the kidnapped girls at this point.
No, he doesn't.
They're just in there. Only Daisy has learned of them.
They're just in there freezing to death.
So Mario finds some overalls in a locker and they put them on. Somehow, magically, these overalls are perfectly tailored to the Mario brothers.
Listen, we don't question things like that, okay?
Okay.
I've seen you play a lot of Hitman, and I don't think all those people are the same size as you.
Okay. You're right. So they finally look like Mario and Luigi now. They were in the red and the green.
I was so upset when they went into the nightclub and they were not wearing red and green. Like, Mario's wearing yellow and Luigi's wearing red.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been so easy.
That's true. Yeah. I guess they just didn't want to. Because they wanted this to be the moment where everyone's like, it's the colors now.
It's the guys.
I didn't realize it, but they're the Mario brothers. That's the twist. So they ride up this elevator and they have to hide behind Goombas. There's more and more Goombas getting in the elevator. And they have to keep crawling between their legs to hide behind them because they always come out from alternating doors on either side of the elevator. So
yeah,
every time the door opens, all the Goombas turn around to see who's getting on and the Marios have to dash back around behind them again. It goes on for a little bit too long.
It sure does. We have to get the elevator packed full.
Meanwhile, Iggy and Spike have been arrested. They're now openly hostile to Koopa, which seemed like a really sudden shift.
I am very disappointed in you, cousins.
Fascist! Oppressor of the proletariat!
Yeah, I don't know. Because they implied that they've been loyal to the king the entire time. But I was like, are they just playing both sides badly?
Yeah, I don't know. Because I definitely never got that impression before this scene.
Right.
And even if they were trying to do a play both sides thing, wouldn't they still be pretending to be loyal to Koopa at this point?
Yeah, it would make sense.
I was wondering if, like, maybe there were some deleted scenes where they started questioning their allegiance. You know, maybe while they were with the Marios, they would start seeing how the common people are living and start being like, oh, now that we're intelligent.
Right, we can empathize.
Yeah, exactly. So I went to see if there were any deleted scenes about that, but apparently the only deleted scene that I could find that deals with their switch in allegiances is a scene in the nightclub where they perform a rap about turning against Koopa.
Oh.
I think I'm okay with the Iggy and Spike rap being cut from the movie, personally.
Yeah.
I didn't go looking for it. I didn't watch it, but
should have watched it.
Maybe we should watch it together.
I didn't say that.
So Lena is, I don't know what exactly she wants to do.
She wants to be the queen of the world now.
Right, she has the rock, but she doesn't tell Cooper she has the rock because she wants him to, like, accept her instead of Daisy or whatever.
Yeah.
She, like, accuses him of only caring about Daisy because I guess she thinks he's in love with Daisy and she's jealous about it. But I think that he was being honest about what he wanted here. He's like, all I want to do is merge the worlds and take over. And she's like, no, you just want the princess. And he's like, no, I want to merge the worlds and take over. And I believe him.
Me too. I don't think he cares about anyone or anything.
No, but Lena doesn't. Lena's, I think, a little bit off the reservation here. So she decides not to tell him that she has the rock. She's going to go and deal with it on her own.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. There's more and more Goombas been boarding the elevator with the Mario Brothers this whole time.
Oh my god, this is still going on?
Yeah, still going on after all this time. And Luigi manages to start them dancing to the elevator music, which I guess pacifies all of them. And this is like another running joke for the rest of the movie, is the Goombas dancing.
Yeah.
Like, there's a part later on where Koopa just gets radioed by a cop and is like, sir, the Goombas are dancing again.
Right, but like we never see the Goombas dancing again. It happens off screen.
Oh, we do see it again near the end.
I don't remember. Maybe we do.
Toad brings Daisy some dinner, which is just like a plate of tongues. But she's a vegetarian, so she doesn't want to eat it. But Toad is like very accommodating. He's like, yeah, I'll get you some vegetables. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say anything.
No, but he comes back later with a plate of vegetables.
Yeah. But as he's leaving, Lena arrives and tries to kill Daisy.
Yeah.
But Yoshi saves her with his tongue.
Remember Yoshi does the tongue thing?
Yeah, I actually was really surprised that he did the tongue thing in this, since he seems to just be a T-Rex in this movie, but...
Right.
I couldn't believe... So Daisy gets away thanks to Yoshi. I couldn't believe that Yoshi got stabbed.
I know!
Lena stabs him, like, in the neck.
It's
or the shoulder
brutal.
or something. Yeah.
This sweet little Yoshi.
Yeah. I that really shocked me. I forgot that happened.
You didn't want to remember.
No. So the Marios have escaped the elevator. Daisy runs into Toad, who has her plate of steamed vegetables.
And then he gets lit on fire. Yeah. She runs into Spike and Iggy, who are also getting dragged away by Goombas. And the Goombas who are dragging them away shoot fireballs at Daisy for some reason. And Toad gets caught in the crossfire. He's not trying to protect her from the fireballs. He just happens to get hit by accident. Right.
And then, like, in the confusion, the Koopa cousins get away from their Goombas. But Daisy's, like, struggling back to Toad with a fire extinguisher, just a normal fire extinguisher that she looks like she got off the set.
Right.
And she goes back and puts out the fire and then escapes with the Koopas, who take her to her father, the fungus.
That disgusting thing floating above a chair. Ugh, I just don't like the way he pops out. It's creepy.
It's creepy, yeah. I don't really like it either. There's this bit where the Mario's like, there's another, like, leap of faith, a literal leap of faith this time for Luigi. And it looks like he's flying, but he actually just got his belt caught on a hook.
And he doesn't know that.
Yeah, but you would know that, right?
You would know. But Luigi's just so... He's gone mad.
But Mario's starting to believe in all this stuff now, so he jumps too, but he just falls.
No, it's okay. There is still magic in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's just a trampoline now.
Yeah, the fungus forms a trampoline, which bounces him back up. Anyway, Yoshi has found his way to the fungus room, where Daisy is trying to have a conversation with her fungus dad. She pulls the knife out of his neck, which you're not supposed to do that, right?
No, because sometimes the thing that has stabbed you is what's keeping you from bleeding out.
Yeah, exactly. Although I don't think we see any blood. Was there even any on the knife? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
So she starts using some kind of console in the room. We didn't talk about these like weird consoles they have either.
These like weird guns that they use to operate these stupid consoles.
Yeah, it's like a computer screen that they operate with a light gun. And they also make Mario noises. They make Mario sound effects when they use them.
Like, take your Duck Hunt light gun and aim it at your PC, and that's the Mario world.
Yeah. So she's using this console to like try to search for the Marios. I don't remember there being a part where she learned that the Marios were in the building.
No.
She's just like clicking on different camera feeds and just calling out for Mario for some reason. And I also did notice that she calls out for Mario before she calls out for Luigi as well.
That is interesting, yeah. Like, she wants to date Luigi, but she's aware Mario is the more competent of the two.
Yeah, he's the one that she wants the help from. Bring Luigi too, so we can smooch while you sort things out. In doing this, she also gives away her position to Cooper. Cooper gets a call from the cop that he was talking to earlier saying that they're ready to move on the mammals. He's like, what do you mean? I didn't order that. And then he realizes that Lena is going rogue and has the rock.
Oh no.
This scene, I love this scene where Daisy introduces the Mario brothers to her dad.
Oh my god.
I want you to meet my father. Come on, Dad.
Oh, man.
She's already accepted it.
Yeah. My father is a fungus, and this is your meeting him for the first time, Luigi.
My father is a fungus. I'm a dinosaur. I have a cloaca.
Do with that what you will.
And then Daisy asks Mario if Daniella's okay, and Mario's like, oh, I was supposed to take her to Wrestlemania.
I laughed at that.
Me too.
I was like, that's such a Mario thing to do.
She's like, no, Daniella's here, Mario. She's in the building. She got kidnapped. You didn't know?
To be fair, it's not as though days passed before they got sucked into this.
No, I know. But, but it's just funny that his girlfriend was kidnapped before Daisy was, and he's just never known. And he's the main guy. He just didn't even know. He's accidentally come to rescue his girlfriend. He didn't know she was here.
That's the best Mario, the accidental rescue.
So Mario leaves to go look for Daniella. Luigi and Daisy immediately get captured.
That's why they needed Mario, because together they suck.
Meanwhile, Lena is heading to the cave where they entered to get to the meteorite. But then, like, she gets captured as well?
Yeah, because Koopa ordered that they arrest her when he found out that she was going rogue.
Right, but it just feels like she accomplished nothing, you know?
She did accomplish nothing, and yet, like, she still accomplishes something at the end of this. We just have to go through the nothing first.
Yeah,
it's very
true.
weird.
Yeah, that's, like I was saying, I feel like you could lift her out of this movie and nothing would change.
Yeah. But then we wouldn't have a funny skeleton at the end.
That's true, and I think that's the only reason she's there is to, like, explain why Koopa couldn't just merge the worlds himself.
I think that's exactly it.
But even then, he never had the rock, so when could he have? So maybe they didn't even need that explanation. I don't know. Mario gets to the room with the kidnapped girls, who are all freezing because Mario broke the heating. And he saves them, and this is the point where it's like, hey!
You must be the girls, the missing girls from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to save all you guys, but since I'm here...
Do you think these girls are supposed to, like, represent all the toads that you rescue on your way to rescuing Peach?
Maybe. I was kind of, like, because the king is a fungus above the throne, I was kind of expecting to see more weird creatures in thrones.
Oh yeah, like in Mario 3.
Yeah, like a dog. Really, I just wanted a dog king.
Yeah, me too. So there's this like really long scene with Mario and the girls sliding down the frozen pipe on a mattress chased by Goombas. It's not very interesting. They come flying out of a pipe that just happens to lead them back to that same one street in Dino Hatton.
Right.
Clearly the one set they built that they wanted to get as much use out of as they could. I do find it really funny that we're kind of led to believe that Dino Hatton is a huge sprawling city, but every scene takes place in this one street.
Right.
It really makes it feel tiny, you know?
Yeah. All we ever see is the street and inside the bar.
Yeah. Koopa has the rock now. He's getting ready to head to Manhattan. When Mario and the girls come firing out of the pipe into the street, they crash into the Goombas who are keeping Daisy and Luigi hostage, so they're free now.
It was very convenient.
Yeah. Luigi slips Mario the Thwomp boots and some of the bullet bill canisters for the Thwomp boots and his tool belt. So basically Mario has all the things right now.
Right, he's all the power-ups.
Yeah, he's got a fire flower, he's got a cape feather in reserve. Mario never gets a fire flower in this movie. That feels like a real...
Yeah, the only things with fire are the Goombas.
But does he ever... He doesn't use any of their, like, fire-shooting guns, does he?
I don't think so.
Mario only dodges fireballs. He never shoots any.
Do you think the directors just never got a fire power-up?
I wouldn't be surprised if the directors never played a Mario game. So Mario fires the Thwomp boots at Koopa, knocks him off a ledge. Now he's standing in some kind of bucket. The internet thinks that this is supposed to represent the final boss of Super Mario World. I think that's giving it a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I don't think that was intentional.
No.
I think he stands in that bucket in order to make the special effects cheaper. So they don't have to render his whole body in 3D.
Probably.
So he's in the bucket, he's shooting fireballs around while Mario climbs up to try to get to him. Luigi tells him to trust the fungus, and that became like a phrase for the fans of this movie. It's like use the force, but for Mario movie fans.
That's unfortunate.
Trust the fungus, yeah. So Mario makes Koopa drop the rock, where Lena catches it, but she falls and gets shocked for a long time on this like
yeah, this part was so weird because it was a pretty severe shock. I was like, did she just die?
Yeah,
what's the point of this?
And it goes on for a long time.
A long time.
It's weird, yeah, but she's fine. Her hair's just frazzled now.
Yeah.
She has a grey streak and it's a big afro now, but that's it.
It's so that her skeletal silhouette looks so much cooler when her hair calcifies.
But Mario pretends he still has the rock. He's got a bit of string, so he just has the string dangling out of his closed fist to make it look like he has it. So he's taunting Koopa with it and keeping his attention, while Lena gets away, and Daisy and Luigi chase her with the other girls. So Mario drops down from the bucket thing down to the road level, and I did like the environmental storytelling of the skeleton on the front of the cab.
Yeah.
So you see that he turns around and he sees this cab heading for him with a skeleton on it, and immediately you're like, okay, that lets us know that traffic is not going to stop for him.
That lets us know that corpse was there for a long time and nobody cleaned it off.
Nobody stopped driving. Lena's using the meteor to merge the two dimensions. Mario's confronting Koopa on a walkway. He reaches into Luigi's belt, looking for like anything he can use, I guess, and he pulls out the bob arm. And the entire crowd around watching this fight panic and run as soon as they see it in his hand.
He's got a papa!
Everybody acts like it's this huge, terrible thing. And it's just a little guy.
This is about the way we used to react when we saw a Bob-omb in the original Smash Brothers when I was a kid.
That made sense, though, because that would normally kill you. This was just kind of a little pop underneath when it finally went off.
I swear, if there's any like big Smash Brothers fans out there who know the answer to this, I'd be curious. But I swear Bob-ombs were way more powerful in the first game than they are in the later ones. Because they're not that scary anymore, but I remember them being terrifying. Like, I remember if you were caught in the blast of a Bob-omb in the first couple games, you were dead. That was it.
Yeah, I used to love to play with Bob-ombs only.
Yeah, it was great. But I swear they're nowhere near that powerful in the newer games. Out of everything in this movie, I think the Bob-omb is the most accurate looking.
Yeah. It looks great.
It's tiny. Yeah, I wanted one of these when I was a kid. I wanted this little wind-up walking Bob-omb. So Mario winds up the Bob-omb and sets it walking, and Koopa is like visibly scared.
He's visibly scared, but they're so far apart on that walkway, and it's going so slowly.
Yeah, but like the close-up of just like Koopa's eyes where he's like... Like, that was pretty effective. It's like, yeah, okay, he's scared. I get it.
But then it immediately rolls away.
Yeah, it falls down a crack in the walkway. But it tumbles through, like, a whole fungus corridor.
Right, it's like a Rube Goldberg of King Fungus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't feel like they directly show it, but I feel like they were definitely trying to give the impression that the fungus was guiding the Bob-omb to where it needed to be.
Right.
So, Koopa and Mario continue their standoff while the Bob-omb continues its journey around the streets down below.
It's very slow journey.
Luigi sends all the girls through the portal and tells them to warn everyone about the invasion and the Goombas. He's condemning these girls to the crazy house. Like, imagine they all get back to New York and they're just like, there's an invasion coming! Dinosaur people! Goombas!
Fungus King! I feel like people would be pretty understanding if if all of these kidnapped women came back talking crazy talk.
Really? You don't think they'd get the same reception that everyone who says they've been abducted by aliens gets?
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I feel like the situations are different, where it's like a bunch of women have been abducted from Manhattan, as opposed to like some yokel that got drunk at night and walked back the next morning.
Well, I mean,
he passed out in a field and told everyone an alien abducted him.
They had gone missing, but like they could have just all been on a bender together, and then they've come back and they're like, we don't want our husbands to know.
But they disappeared at different times.
I don't know.
This was an ongoing event at the beginning of the movie. That's what Scapelli threatened Daisy about.
Yeah, it's true. But it was being reported on the weird paranormal show that Luigi was watching.
So we know that they already weren't taking the abduction of these women seriously, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're right.
Lena's like trying to force the crystal into the meteorite. I guess it's like the one missing piece of the meteorite.
Yeah.
And when it's complete, it will open, or no, not open a portal. It will straight up merge the two worlds together.
Yeah, I was under the impression it would be a portal because that's how they've been traversing this entire time, but no.
Well, I guess the portal was already open because that's how they got here.
Yeah, but then everybody gets pixelated and the world's squished together.
Yeah, when she manages to force the rock into the rest of the meteorite, she immediately becomes a fossil.
She becomes skeleton.
Was there a one-liner about it? I bet there was. I don't remember.
I don't remember either, and I just watched it.
Put it in here. If there was. If there wasn't, then ignore me.
Man, she sure makes an impression.
Yeah, so only Daisy can withstand the force, apparently, of the meteorite, whatever that means.
Unclear, because Luigi is the one that's trying to unscrew it.
Yeah, she starts trying to pull it out, but she can't because it's stuck, so Luigi has to use his plumber tools. But while he's still trying, Koopa has reached Mario and is about to devolve him. But the worlds start merging. which means that Koopa realizes Mario never had the rock.
Right.
Because someone's merged it. We see the girls not getting taken seriously.
We do see the girls not getting taken seriously.
I forgot. They're trying to warn them and Scapelli's laughing at them.
Look! It's Koopa's tower!
Those guys will do anything for publicity.
Yeah, well, who's laughing now that he's a chimp?
But he continues But Scapelli continues laughing at them even after the World Trade Center turns into Koopa Tower.
Right. And the Goombas and Koopa himself appear before his very eyes.
Yeah, and then Koopa tries to devolve Mario, but hits Scapelli, who becomes a chimp. And everyone laughs!
Scapelli?
Boss! What did I do to you?
Right, nobody's terrified of this mysterious gun.
Yeah, like, wouldn't you be screaming and running? We're all gonna get turned into chimps.
We have no recourse for this kind of technology.
The entire watching crowd of New Yorkers just laughs at this human man who just got devolved into a chimp in front of their very eyes.
Because he's Footy Monkey.
even one of the girls, even Daniella's laughing. This is going to happen to all of us. Might as well get some laughter in now.
No, because Mario trusted the fungus.
That's right. Yeah, Koopa tries to shoot him again and he pulls out a mushroom that Luigi had picked earlier. Which, like, I don't know, gets big and then he throws it at him.
Yeah, it, like, balloons out like an umbrella to bounce the Devo Ray.
Why did that happen?
Have you never played a Mario, Mike?
I didn't.
This is really embarrassing for your gamer cred.
I didn't trust the fungus, I guess.
You didn't trust the fungus?
No, you're the gamer here.
You're the Mario guy, though.
Yeah, I was thinking about that before. That's our, like, dynamic. You're here as the one who likes video games, and I'm here as the one who likes cartoons.
You say that, but you're the only one that plays the Marios anymore.
That's true. Well, because I like cartoons, and Mario games are cartoons, basically.
That's fair.
Look at all the games I play. Mario, Sonic, Pokemon.
They're just Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah, I play all the cartoon ones, and you play all the real video games and tell me how they are.
And I stream Silent Hill to you, so you don't have to play it by yourself.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, Luigi and Daisy manage to get the rock out, so the worlds unmerge. The Bob-omb is still crossing the street. Goomba Toad, shows up and hands Luigi and Daisy Devo guns. And then he starts playing a song so all the Goombas dance instead of helping Koopa.
That's right, the Goombas do dance again.
Yeah, Big Bertha gives Luigi some more thwomp boots. There's a lot happening here.
It's all their allies coming together at the end.
I know, and I do like that. I wanted to say, I like the fact that it's like everyone that they've helped isn't the right word. I don't think I guess Daisy helped Toad, but they didn't really help Big Bertha, did they? They just stole from her.
It's like the end of the Papers Mario, where all your friends wish and make you stronger during the final battle.
This is exactly like the ending of Earthbound. Mario and Luigi devolve Koopa in some kind of weird, creepy T-Rex. It doesn't really look like a T-Rex.
No, it's just like a big Yoshi.
At the same time, the Bob-omb explodes right beneath him, revealing the Reebok logos on the Bob-omb feet for no reason.
That was so stupid.
How do you think the Reebok executive who signed the product placement deal felt when he saw that this is what they got?
That they were on the bottom of a weapon?
Just as it
teeny
exploded.
tiny logo?
Yeah. In the Mario Brothers movie.
Probably not too happy.
No, I wonder how much they paid for that. So Koopa's a whole T-Rex now. We don't really see much of it because the effects aren't very good.
No, they know it. They keep us away from it.
Yeah, they didn't want us to see too much of it. Finally, he devolves fully into a slime, and everyone in Dino Hatton starts cheering for the Mario Brothers. And like, as they kind of like fly through the air on the Thwomp boots, accepting everyone's adoration, it plays the like goofy, silly theme music that's been playing through the whole movie, which does not fit this scene at all.
No.
It's really out of place, and it is really strange. And for some reason, the king returns to normal. I don't know why.
Well, it's like when you kill the head vampire and everybody else reverts back to normal.
I don't think that's what was happening.
No,
like,
it's not explained why it happens.
Wouldn't they have to go and shoot him with some kind of Revo ray to turn him back to normal?
Yeah, or they'd have to squish all that fungus into the Devo chamber and set it up to evolve.
I wasn't going to talk about the actor who plays the king, since he appears for like 10 seconds, or maybe even less, and he has one line.
Yeah.
But then I saw who it was, and I felt like I needed to talk about it. The king is played by Lance Henriksen, probably best known for playing Bishop in the Alien movies. You remember Bishop?
Yeah.
He also played Frank Black, the main character of Millennium, who also appeared in the Millennium crossover episode of The X-Files. He was Kerchak in Disney's Tarzan. I didn't know that.
Oh.
And he played Carl in Detroit Become Human. Carl is an old man that one of the 3 protagonist androids is caring for.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a big, big deal.
Cool.
And he's Admiral Hackett in Mass Effect.
Admiral Hackett, not that guy.
Yeah. Hack it out.
I do like Admiral Hackett.
Yeah, me too. He's in all 3 games.
Good for him.
I had no
idea. He has a good voice.
He does have a good voice. He's a good actor. I can't believe that he appeared in this movie for 5 seconds. Anyway, back down in the cave, the rock wall that got them there is now solid for some reason. The portal's closed. I don't know why. I don't know what happened.
Reasons?
I feel like it's implied it's because the meteor isn't complete, but it wasn't complete for the whole movie and they got through.
Right.
So, I don't know.
It's just so they can show us that Daisy can control the meteor now.
Right, so she uses the meteor to open the portal, but she tells Luigi she can't go with him because she has to get things settled and get to know her father. And Luigi doesn't get it, but Mario explains to him that he needs to get it. He tells Luigi that if he loves Daisy, he needs to accept her decision, which is correct. I feel like there's no reason that Luigi couldn't stay, but I note that Mario does not offer that option to him.
Right, he doesn't have a lot going on up on the surface, but Mario really needs an apprentice.
We gotta get back to our dead-end job.
I don't want to have to train another apprentice, Luigi. Do you know how many I went through before you?
You know how many dead brothers I got? Didn't tell you about them.
Mom and Dad aren't dead. They just ran away because I was plowing through all their sons.
And they took the rest of the sons with them. So the Marios leave and go back to Brooklyn. And like as they're about to go through, they look back at Daisy, and she gets joined, like silhouetted against the tunnel. She gets joined by Yoshi and Toad, which I thought was cute.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's Goomba. I guess he's Goomba now.
Why didn't he get ungoomba'd?
Right. So this
Why
is a
doesn't
question
she
I have.
ungoomba him?
This is a question I have. Can they not just put all the Goombas back in? Like, we know that the machine has an evolve function.
Right. That's what I would do. Like, she knows that they're not evil people. It's not like she's going to be bringing a bunch of criminals into the world.
Yeah. Can they not just... They should just evolve him back to Toad.
I feel like the Goombas are probably all the freedom fighters that got turned into Goombas. Like, you want them back.
Yeah, almost certainly. I don't know, maybe she did. Maybe that's what she did next.
Maybe.
After she saw the Mario Brothers off home. Do you think they de-evolved Spike and Iggy again, getting back to normal?
No, I don't. I don't think they're a threat evolved.
It's 3 weeks later. Luigi's still moping. Mario and Daniella are making dinner. And then a report about them comes on Luigi's Paranormal Show. I don't know that they should be so excited that they're appearing on the Crackpot Paranormal Show.
Crackpot TV.
Yeah. But then Daisy shows up at their apartment wearing tattered clothes and holding a gun. She needs their help.
What could have happened?
So they grab their tools and then the movie ends. That's the end.
Well, it's an end.
Did you stick around for the after credits scene?
I did stick around.
I kind of assumed that you would have noped out as soon as the credits started.
I always skip through the credits, but it just so happens that a lot of times I miss the exact thing. Like, I'll skip too far forward and I'll miss where the mid-roll is or something. But this time I actually saw it.
Wow. Well, okay, before we talk about it, I want to talk about the credits theme.
Okay.
Which is Almost Unreal by Roxette.
I love when you do that hocus pocus to me. The way that you touch, you got the power to me. You give me that look, it's almost unreal. It's almost unreal.
Apparently, originally written for Hocus Pocus, but dropped from that movie.
What?
So they gave it to Super Mario Brothers instead. And on learning that, the first thing I noticed was that the movie contains the words Hocus Pocus many, many times.
Just to justify it?
Sorry, the song contains the words Hocus Pocus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so once I noticed, I realized that the song contains the words Hocus Pocus like 50 times.
Gotcha.
Throughout the lyrics. So yeah, that's supposed to be the Hocus Pocus ending theme. But it's the Super Mario Brothers movie ending theme instead.
Okay.
And yeah, after the credits, there's 2 Japanese developers proposing a video game based on the adventure. And we are to believe that they're talking to the Mario Brothers. It even looks like they're in the Mario Brothers apartment.
Right.
But then the camera turns and it's revealed that they're actually pitching this to Iggy and Spike. They want to make a game about Iggy and Spike's adventure.
What would you call it?
Iggy's World.
The Indomitable Spike.
The Super Koopa Cousins.
What if they made a Super Koopa Cousins?
They should. I wonder if fans ever did.
Probably.
So one of the writers did say that the conceit for the movie, the idea that they had going into it, was that this would be the real events that the video games were based on. So I guess that's what this is tying into, that idea.
Okay.
I personally don't subscribe to that theory.
No.
And I wouldn't have even as a child.
No.
I remember having really mixed feelings about this movie when I was a kid, because I was like, the thing is, I don't hate this movie.
Right.
I can't hate this movie. It feels like the plucky little movie that could, or that tried at least.
It certainly did.
The cast is good. I don't like the soundtrack. I mean, I like the songs, but the score I don't really like.
Right.
I like the set design. The story falls apart when you think about it very much, but if you don't think about it very much, it's fine. I like Yoshi. I think the special effects, like the practical effects, the puppets and stuff, I think are really good.
Yeah.
I think the Goombas look great. I think Yoshi looks great. But they don't look like Mario. None of it looks like Mario.
No.
And that's the problem I have. This film made a big loss at the box office, which might not surprise you.
Not at all.
But gained a cult following.
That doesn't surprise me either. Because, it's like you said, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's bad enough that people would love it, like Batman and Robin.
Yeah, exactly. Well, gonna ask me a question?
I already know what the legacy is. It's the tall, tall mountain wall.
You don't know all the legacy.
All right, what's the rest?
Well, I would like to point out that this is the first time that Daisy and Luigi were ever presented as a couple, even though this Daisy is kind of Peach as well.
Right.
But it's pretty well established that Daisy is Luigi's girlfriend now.
Yeah.
They made a fan-made webcomic sequel with involvement from one of the real writers of the movie in 2013.
In 2013?
Yep. I didn't look up this webcomic sequel. So I don't know like what the quality of it is. I do know that it is about them going back to Dino Hatton, I guess.
Right.
Where they now fight against Wart, who is trying to take it over. He's like a scientist trying to take it over or something.
Okay.
I'm not particularly interested. You know, the writer said that wasn't supposed to be a sequel hook.
Right.
You know, they weren't intending to make a sequel. It's just that's how the movie ended. But I think these days everyone expects everything to have a sequel.
Yeah, if it doesn't have a million sequels, why even make the first one?
Yeah, like even Back to the Future wasn't intended with a sequel. Like that ending wasn't supposed to be a cliffhanger ending. That was just supposed to be the ending.
Right.
Because I remember the writers of Back to the Future said if they had actually intended to make a sequel, they wouldn't have had them bring Jennifer with them at the end of the movie.
Right.
Because they had to kind of get her out of the way pretty quickly at the start of the second one.
Crap, we already wrote ourselves into a corner.
There was a semi-official restoration of this movie made in 2021, which is the one I mentioned before, which extended the film by 20 minutes by putting the deleted scenes back in.
Right.
It was intended as a Blu-ray extra, but it never got released, so it got leaked to Internet Archive instead. We did not watch that one. We watched the original theatrical cut. But there was another similar restoration that was released officially in 2023 for the 30th anniversary.
Okay.
So there is a version out there officially that has all the deleted scenes put back in, if you want to watch that.
If you want 20 more minutes of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, I personally think it's long enough. Maybe too long.
It's already 20 minutes too long.
Yeah. But you know, it was nice to see it again, because I watched this a bunch of times when I was a kid. You know when you're a kid and you've only got like 10 videotapes?
Oh, yeah.
So you watch them over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the amount of times I've seen Muppet Treasure Island.
Yes, you do. You wish we could watch that on this show.
I do. It's such a good movie.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Anyway, I guess we're done.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. If you would like to support this mess that we make every week, you can head to patreon.com/Super Breakfast Friends Club and join our club VIPs, Mark Kelly and Jamie Core, or our club Mesmeron, Eugene Lattic, in supporting us with the monies.
You too can be a weird freak.
There's a lot of outtakes from the show on there, a lot of stuff that I cut out and put there instead. And now there's one actual episode of the show that's for Patreons only about Angry Birds tunes that you can watch over there.
Wow, you spoil us.
And we're going to be doing more of those as well. Patreon exclusive episodes are all about things that we feel are way too short for us to get a full episode out of. But we did end up getting like more than half an hour out of Angry Birds tunes, which surprised us, so...
That's because neither of us knew what an Angry Bird even was.
Yeah, we spent a lot of the episode talking about Angry Birds in general before we... And then like 2 minutes talking about Angry Birds tunes.
I mean, that's as long as the episode was.
Yeah, so that's out there now. You got anything else to say?
No.
I'm Skull Pirate Mike. You can find me on the internet. I do Twitch. I'm on Blue Sky. I draw things. I make comics. I'm abrasive.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's the word I was looking for, but it's the one that came to mind. Bye! Hang on. Oh my god, how did I not get it? There's a fly and it's driving me crazy.
Oh, I just heard some violent thrashing and I got worried that Koopa came to find the piece of the chunk of rock in your house.
You wish.